At the start of this year, I decided to try out this monthly favorites thing that is really new to me, but not so new to YouTube. But I, want to do it like I do everything in life, which is my way. So while I am going to do the traditional thing where you share, things like actual physical things you've been enjoying, I'm also kind of using these as a way to just share experiences with you or things I'm trying lately, realizations that I've had, as well as sharing like digital things that I've enjoyed lately, in the sense that I want to share, an Instagram account that I've been enjoying lately and a YouTube channel that I've been enjoying lately. So I really just want it to be kind of a positive reflection of good things that have happened in the past month, whether they are, physical or mental or whatever. Okay, let's do it. First off, let's start with the things, and this is going to sound random, as is everything mostly that I tell you, and that is that, I can't stop eating Gingersnaps. So I thought that was really important that you should know. I'm on a Gingersnap kick, and these are the best ones, okay? I'm telling you. I know this from science. That is probably such a loud crinkle to you. I am sorry. Let me edit this out. Yes, okay, it's Marie. I'm probably saying it wrong, typical. But anyways, I'm gonna eat these literally after I finish filming this, and that'll be the second time today. Are you judging me? Get out of here, okay? I don't need it. So yeah, on a total Gingersnap addiction, it's real. I might have to call someone to talk about this because it's getting serious. Next up is also food related. I don't know, maybe I'm hungry today as I'm filming this. I couldn't tell you. Anyways, it's rustic, joyful food. My thing in here that I wanted to share with you though is actually a soup. It's like a white bean, sausage, spinach soup. And it was delicious. So I wanted to share that with you. Also, what I made in here is tomato soup. I've made like 6 or 7 things from this now, and I really like it. So if you're like a cooking person, it's the end of winter. So this is a good time to make a soup because you're not going to feel like it for like the next 6 months. So embrace it now. Embrace it now. Yeah. The last of the physical things, because I don't really buy many things, let's be honest, is actually the sheets, the bed sheets that I went on a complete life journey to get, okay? And if you follow me on Instagram, this was called the sheet saga, because it was like every time something happened, I would order it and the order would be wrong and I'd have to send it back, and it was honestly the most annoying thing, and it took 2.5 months to get the sheets I wanted. But that's not the point. So I don't recommend the company, but I do just wanted to say that we switched to linen sheets from cotton, and I'm always gonna love cotton sheets. But we switched to linen because it's supposed to be cooler at night, and yeah, so we decided to try it, and I was a little afraid because they are rougher instead of cotton, which is like so soft and dreamy. But my husband wanted to try linen, so we've tried linen, my friend, and I'm here to tell you it is different than cotton, but it is good, okay? So if you want to know about that, because if you know me at all, you know that I don't like shopping anymore. It's not fun for me, all right? On this minimalism type journey, I'm not an extreme minimalist, but I just try to buy with intention. So shopping is kind of just turned into research for me. So I know more about sheets now and the various companies that sell them than I ever needed to know, and that you ever needed to know. But if you want to know it, just message me or something, and I'll let you know what I know. That's all I can say. For internet things, I want to share an Instagram and a YouTube. So let's do Instagram first. On Instagram, I just want to say that I love poring over pages. Her name is Sue. She posts the funniest memes and stuff in the morning. If she doesn't post them, I feel like something's missing in my life. You know what I mean? So it's the best. She just has like a cozy vibe, and I just like her meme selection in the morning on her stories is the best. She has a book account, obviously pouring over pages from her name, but I just love her stories. We talk about our cleaning obsession together. So it's good fun, and I think you might like getting to know her too. If you like books and that sort of thing, she's a stay-at-home mom, so if that relates to you, you might like that. So yeah, just shout out to Sue. I love you. You're a cool lady, and I'm glad to know you through this wonder that we call the internet. Next is a YouTube channel that I'm pretty sure the rest of the internet already knew about, but I didn't. typical. It is called Daily Dose of Internet, and obviously it's like a huge account. It has millions of followers, but I don't know. Maybe you too are late to the bandwagon and you want to jump on this thing. It is like 3 or 4 minutes of just nice, happy, silly, inspirational, pretty stuff from the internet that day. And I really like it because I don't like negative news, okay? I just kind of put blinders on. I can't start my day that way. So I do really like it. It's kind of addictive to watch. And yeah, you've probably already knew about it, but for me, it's new. As far as life stuff, let's get deep. Let's get into it. Yeah. All right. Well, something that I've done this month that I haven't done in a long time is drawing. I used to draw all the time, okay? You couldn't stop me. I was like a little drawing machine. I used to do like henna tattoos after college to get a little like money, and that was good fun. But I used to draw, like I used to sketch faces, and like I would just doodle like funny little comics. My husband and I, when we were dating, we weren't even dating, we were like best friends. We used to go to this coffee shop, and it was like a breakfast diner type of place, and we always got the same server because we went at the same time every week, and I would always on a napkin doodle him like a funny cartoon. Okay, so it's just something I did all the time. And I haven't done it in years, so I don't really know how I stopped or why I stopped. But for the first time in a long time this month, I started doodling like little houses just for fun, like interiors. And I had a blast. And you forget when you had these hobbies, like maybe when you were younger or just years ago and you kind of forgot about it and you start doing it again, it's almost like a muscle in your brain switches back on, or at least that's how it felt to me. So that was a really good experience, and it reminded me of how satisfying I find that as something that comes from your brain. It just magically comes out of your hand, and how fulfilling that can be as an activity that creatively isn't for anyone but you. And that's, I think, an important distinction when your work is creative. Like what I do for work is creative, but some things should just be for me. And I think that was a good realization. Does that make any sense at all? I guess it's when, all of your work that you do, when all that is creative, the creative becomes the work, and it becomes not just for you, but for someone else, like for someone else's viewing. So I think it's good to have something that's still creative and is a good outlet like that, but it doesn't have to be for anybody else. It can just be for you. And maybe that's connecting with you for something. Maybe you played an instrument. Maybe you like to sing, but it doesn't mean you have to be the best singer or the best artist or the best piano player. It can just be for you. So that's just my like friendly reminder / realization that I had this month. While we're getting deep, another realization I had this month was like a really personal reflection I had. And maybe people might think it's weird that I share this with you, but I do think it's interesting, and I like to treat this video like we're kind of talking over coffee. Does that make sense? Like just friend to friend. So that's how I'm going to treat it. I had this realization about my own personality and my strong dislike of asking for help, which is something, I've struggled with my entire life. I guess it's because I always feel like I'm supposed to have it together all the time. And I think lots of people feel that way. So maybe this is making sense to you and maybe it's not. But I guess most of my life, I'm the one that people come to when something's wrong. And I feel like I have to maintain that somehow. And even if it's only over like small stuff, I hate asking people for help. It's like I like helping people, but I don't want to give them the gift of allowing them to help me. And my dad said something to me because I was talking to him about it on the phone. And it was really just a stupid situation. Like my car wouldn't start, okay? And my husband wasn't here and I couldn't figure it out. I needed help, but I just didn't want to admit that, all right? But I was talking to my dad about it, and he said, "Don't you feel good when you help people?" And I was like, "Yes." He said, "Well, don't you think people will feel good if you allow them to help you?" And I was like, "Yeah, they probably would feel good." So I don't know, maybe this makes zero sense. Maybe I've just gone too far in this conversation, but I did think it was an interesting revelation to myself. If you're like me in that mentality, it's good to ask for help. It's bonding, you don't have to have it together all the time. just that feeling of you feeling fulfilled when you help a friend, let them have that for you. It doesn't have to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna digress, but I hope that made sense, at least a little bit. Please let me know if I'm not crazy in the comments. The last thing I want to talk about over the last month that has happened, that was an experience of mine that was new to me, was doing the whole Nonfiction Friday thing. I mean, that has ended or is ending, depending on when this video comes out. It might be this Friday, or it might have been last Friday, somewhere around there. Regardless, Nonfiction Friday, that was just an idea I had. And you have lots of ideas in life, and sometimes you let them go, and you're like, whatever, I'm not doing it. But this was one that made a lot of sense to me. It was something that I wanted to do, and it was something that I did. And I feel pretty good about that, and I feel good about the experience in itself. I feel like every video, I learned something different, and I think the editing was a little bit different. It was a creative challenge for me because it wasn't my usual it's similar, but it wasn't my usual thing, and it was also something that had to happen every week, and they had to relate to each other. So it was challenging for me, like planning that all out. Frankly, it took a lot of time. It was kind of exhausting, but I did it, and I had fun, and I hope you had fun. And yeah, I'm glad that I did that. You have lots of ideas, and sometimes you just let them go, but sometimes you take a chance on them, and if it's something that you want to do, then I say go for it. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. We talked about some random stuff. We talked about Gingersnaps, bed sheets, and how they're annoying to get, but good once you got them. Some YouTube and Instagram things I've been liking lately, and then we got deep into some of this philosophical stuff, man. So I hope you had fun. Thanks for being here with me and listening to my ramblings. I appreciate talking to you guys. We have some of the best conversations in the comments. So yeah, let's have one now. Drop me a comment below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet and you want to sign on for this craziness, that is me, go ahead. And I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.